Yeah, it was a good win, and one thing that we harped on during the week was to start fast. We had that bad taste in our mouths from obviously the week before, and so we thought that we needed to come out really fast and kind of get that taste out of our mouth early. And we didn't finish how we wanted to, but you beat a team in this conference about 40-plus points. I think you're doing something right. The guys executed the game plan well. We played physical and get 8-8 the ball. That was part of the game plan, and we did it. And that made my job easy. The rest was all on him.
And then looking ahead this week, final game of the regular season, travel up to South Dakota Mines. What do you know about them? What can you give us a couple maybe small keys to the game?
Yeah, they kind of run a funky scheme where it's not something that you're going to traditionally see defensively speaking, and they're very physical. They have a really, really good defensive lineman, number 49. He's actually out of Aurora, Colorado. And they kind of play him everywhere from nose guard to outside linebacker to carrying the receiver. And so he was injured the first part of the season, but he's back, and he's kind of what makes them go. And so it's a long bus ride, tough place to play, but the weather's going to be beautiful, and I heard that that's rare in South Dakota at this time. And so we're excited. And it's another opportunity to just play football with these guys. It's a good group, and we're excited.
Questions?
Offensively, I mean, you've shuffled in, injuries to performance or whatever, different running backs. Obviously, you've got all kinds of different receivers. How's it kind of come together? And I mean, obviously, through the season, you're making tweaks, but
yeah,
happy with the progress that they've made in the first year of this?
I am, and one of the challenges coming in, having so many transfers, was how do you get these guys to mesh and they don't have zero prior relationships with each other. And so I thought we did a good job at that, and we actually have a really good problem, right? We have a lot of guys that deserve the ball. And so as a coach, you love that because you call outside zone, you see 8-8 in, you're happy. You see 3-0 in, you're happy. You see 38 in, you're happy. And so you're like, well, let's roll with it. Any of them are somebody that we have a lot of trust in. And so it's a good problem to have. And like I said, I thought those guys really meshed off the field. They hang out off the field, and they're always together. And so those guys speaking as the skill guys, receivers or running backs, and so they play for each other, and that's something that we really harped on. And I don't know if we did that the first few games, but as we kind of experience the rest of the season, they're starting to play for each other, and that's something that's good to see.
Well, and you guys play with such balance. You don't necessarily throw the ball more than you run the ball. It's very balanced, and you can see it in the numbers. What does it give you as a coach to have guys like Darick, Avion, Morgan, and then on the outside, Dwight, KJ?
Yeah, I mean, it makes us look good. It makes our job easy when you can hand 8-8 an outside zone and he takes a 78, their second play of the series. We're like, oh, that's a great call. Because Jack was like, why don't we do that more? And so it's just fun, and these guys love playing football, and they love playing, like I say, for each other. And so we try to utilize those guys that we probably should have gotten the ball to more. Darick versus Western Colorado. And so looking back, there's going to be some of those just growing pains in that, but so far I thought that we've done a good job. I mean, you look at the statistics, which those only mean so much. We're number one in rushing and passing in the conference, and so it's something that you're proud of, but you're never satisfied. We're always trying to pursue perfection, and that's something that we preach all the time. And so that's what we'll go out in a couple hours and try to pursue perfection for this week.
See, Darick, I know we've talked about you come in, you're a receiver, you're a running back, you can catch the ball, but how have you kind of grown with this offense over the season and really heading into next year a little bit more ahead of the game maybe?
Yeah, well, I remember when I first came here back in August, Coach Brown gave me the playbook, and at first I was like, whoa, it was a lot going on. But, as weeks got on, camp and then practice, everything started coming together. And then me starting with the receiver group, then moving to the running backs, helped me actually learn the playbook even way more and understand what everybody on the field is doing, from linemen to wideouts to running backs to quarterbacks. So I feel like that actually helped my growth playing receiver and running back to just learn everything. I just said next year hopefully will be a big year for all of us, and then everybody coming back on the offensive side, we should know the offense better and should play better as well.
It was funny when he first got in because he was at running back, receiver, I can't remember, but then we saw him catch and we were like, wait, we need him at receiver, and then we saw him run outside zone, we're like, dang, we need a running back. So we made up a position. He's a flex. He's a flex guy.
And coming off of last week, and now, you're getting, okay, everybody's around the conference is like, oh, okay, and South Dakota's like, okay, now we got to really watch what this guy does.
Yeah.
You just take that and go with it because they're gonna key on you now.
Yeah, I feel like I just keep doing what I've been doing for the past since I've been here, working hard each and every day, and just keep learning the new system. As our coach making our running back coach, he prides his own just be ready when your name is called. And I feel like I just gotta be ready when my name is called. I'm not looking at it as like, oh, they know me who I am now. I'm just gonna be ready and play the game I love to play.
Well, and when you're in the backfield, what are you kind of looking for? Because, I mean, you scored 4 touchdowns, but you're 5'7", 180, not typical kind of running back size.
Yeah.
What are you looking for holes-wise when you're in the backfield?
Like you said, I'm just looking for holes, looking for something just crack open, just to make a play. Our O-line does very well for creating holes for me, and so once I see the hole, I just try to use my speed and beat everybody with my speed. And like you said, I'm not the biggest guy, but I pride myself on making the first guy miss, making people miss. But I feel like, our O-line does very well with holes for me. So without them, I wouldn't be who I am.
If Darick was 6 foot tall, we'd know his name, but he would not know our name. That's for sure.
Coach Jackson has talked, kind of all year about how innovative the offense is getting to be. Last week you ran a crossing pattern in the end zone that people don't see very often. Do you guys just kind of sit around and go, hey, what if we did this and did that?
Yeah, well, the short answer to that is yes. When we kind of put this offense in, the whole thing was you got to kind of compartmentalize what your job is. And so with that, we have a lot of tags. And by tags, I mean now we're sending this receiver on a whip route or an under. And to the defense, it looks like you completely change the play. But to the offense, it's the same play with just one guy doing something different. And so we are very creative. And this time of the year, you kind of have to be creative because those guys see the same play. And I was joking with the defensive coordinator, Brandon Anderson, yesterday. He said, every time we come out to practice, we see something new. And so that's just fun. And you got to keep it fun for the players, keep it fresh, and then for the coaches as well. Right? We're in there 15 hours a day, and if we're doing the same thing over and over and over, it kind of gets really stale, I would say. And so we like to keep it some flavor in it. And then we'll put in the Maryland Eye, which I warned Yonke about, the wing tee. And so it's fun. At Oklahoma Baptist, we actually gave a defensive lineman a touchdown. He's a senior. And so it's just little stuff like that gets the guys excited to go practice.
Are you excited to go practice like after the week of Western? I mean, this week, how big was that for your locker room?
Oh, say it again. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
How big was this win for your locker room?
Oh, the locker room. Yeah, the locker room was a big energy, big vibe because, like you said, we came off a huge loss. We felt like we didn't do what we did as a team in Western, so we all came together because it was senior night as well. We wanted to win for the seniors, so getting that big W for the seniors was huge, and everybody in the locker room was happy again. But even though we still thought about the loss, like, man, we shouldn't have had that loss. But, we got the taste out of our mouth with this W, and hopefully we can finish stronger with beating South Dakota Mines as well.
So going into that, I mean, 10th in the region, the win drop, it's got to be a little disheartening. How do you just kind of, hey, don't just think you're going to play out the spring?
Yeah, we're kind of going to use that as motivation they don't think that we deserve to be in the playoffs, so let's show that we do. And so you kind of flip the narrative and use it as motivation. And a lot of it's made by guys who really don't see us play in person. But if you look at our record, of course, you're going to put a 3-win team over if they see us on film, they don't want to play us in the playoffs. I mean, you see the guys we have, all the athletes we have to give the ball to. Our freaking defense is one of the best in the country. And so I wouldn't want to put us in if I had to play against us. And so I think that does a little bit of it, but I could go on forever about that. We know that there's a ball going to be put down Saturday at noon, and we're going to play.
Question of the week.
Right. What is a hidden talent you possess that not many people know about?
Oh my gosh. I'm not very talented. I'm really not.
A hidden talent.
Giving 88 The Rock.
You can follow directions.
Yeah. Give him the ball. Yes, sir.
Hidden talent for me, I'm from Cali. I can body surf. That's something, I go out on the ocean. So that's something people really don't know about, but I'm a Cali boy, and we always, like a lot of my friends always go surfing and stuff. I'm not good at surfing, but I can body surf, so that's something.
I don't have a talent. I can two-step. I'm from Oklahoma, so you kind of have to know how to two-step.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's hidden if you see.